Selfies with homeless people, yes. So you guys may have been turned off by the selfies at funerals Tumblr. You remember that one? We covered that. Well, now we have selfies with homeless people, and it's exactly what you would imagine, people taking selfies in front of homeless people, next to homeless people, oftentimes when the homeless person is sleeping or passed out. And in fact, I believe that the same person that created the selfies at funeral Tumblr is the same person that created the selfies with homeless people Tumblr. Thoughts? 5 words or less.
The homeless are not homies.
Oh my God, I can't believe you just took mine.
Full on.
Really? That's amazing. We're kindred spirits.
You guys are.
Kindred spirits, okay?
Teens, homeless are people too.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Could you be more douchey?
Like, straight up dicks, yo.
I like that 5 words better.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so honestly, when I read things like this, when I saw the pictures, exactly what you just said, Hank, like how can somebody do that to the point where they're treating the homeless person as if they're a novelty and that they're less than them, and it's disgusting. I really take offense to this.
And the sad part, what's really actually sad, at least from my viewing it, I was like, this could have been a great opportunity to actually shine light on something instead of turning it into a joke where everybody's like, you know, in the pics. If they had just instead like stood up beside the person embracing them as a person, then it's like, oh, this is the face of somebody who is homeless, and maybe, you know, that's something that could spark people, you know, trying to raise funds or make changes in legislation or what. Instead, it's, I'm gonna make a joke out of you.
Yes.
Which is where it's objectionable for me.
Well put, Shauna Malcolm. I love that. What did you think, Bree?
I'm with both of you guys. I can't even deal with it. But I will say, I think it would be a great idea if maybe we all found a homeless person and took a selfie with them with like our own sign that said donate to whatever charity or organization helps the homeless.
Or this is how selfies with homeless people should be.
Right.
Yeah, homies, buddies, we're equals.
Videos with homeless people, and I'm like, hey, you home? Okay, I'll slip you $10 that I got. Let's just chill for right now. And what, like, why not treat them like a person? And that's the problem.
And a lot of them have such sad stories. If you take the time to talk to certain homeless people, or if you work downtown and you work at certain missions, which I have, you realize that, gosh, the majority of the homeless people are, all of them almost, are either on really hard times, or they're recovering addicts, which isn't their fault, it's a disease and they need treatment, or they're suffering from mental illness, which is horrific because there they are without treatment, stuck in their own worst hell. And it's absolutely disgusting, again, to see people making a joke out of it instead of seeing it as, okay, this person is equal to me. But clearly those people that are partaking in this Tumblr or those selfies don't see it that way. So do you guys think that this is a big trend, or do you think that it's just getting more attention because it's a Tumblr?
I doubt it's a big trend. Okay. I imagine a Tumblr where teens are doing normal teen stuff, like going to school and giving each other hand jobs, is pretty boring. I mean, okay, stupid joke, but like a regular thing where most photos are just going to be kind of obnoxiously boring. So this is dramatic because it's clearly outside the bounds of reason, but at the same time, teens, like there's research about their brains, and they lack empathy because they're going through this developmental phase. I'm not defending it, saying it's okay. It just must be so hard to be a teenager these days, where every stupid choice you make gets recorded if you choose to do that and share it with the world.
I appreciate that.
So I'm not saying I feel bad. I mean, I think some strike back, homeless people taking selfies where the teens are sleeping in their bedrooms.
That's amazing.
Let's get them back. Damn teens.
Okay, so if you guys saw one of your friends posting one of these selfies with a homeless person, whether the homeless person is passed out or sleeping or whatever, something similar to that Tumblr account on Facebook or Instagram, would you say something to one of your friends?
Yeah. I would probably say you wouldn't take a picture with a mentally ill person like that. Like just like a person with a home that was mentally ill,
or
you wouldn't do that.
Like you wouldn't go into someone's hospital room and be like, look, this guy is sick and dying. He needs help. Let's get a photo and see if we can get some faves out of this thing.
You're making a joke of somebody that's on harder times than you, and you don't know their story or what they've gone through, and it's really gross.
It's kind of like poverty tourism, almost. Like it's like people travel to Africa and be like, look at all these little orphans behind me. Aren't I wonderful? Everybody, look what I did. And not that these people are even helping. I'm saying, I mean, it's worse, and it is gross. There's no way to defend it.
Shauna,
it's bad.
What would you do if you saw one of your friends post something like this?
One, I don't think I could have a friend who posts something like that. So I know that's highly judgmental, and I accept that I deserve criticism for that, and that's fine. If people feel that way, that's fine. But I know that that's something that tells me that fundamentally who you are as a person is not compatible with who I am or who I aspire to be as a person. And I try to surround myself with people who improve me, or at least don't bring me down. And that's a huge not okay direction that you want to take. So even if you think it's a joke, I am a comedian, so I make jokes at so many, like I make so many, y'all, if y'all just Google me, y'all will find out. I have done so many inappropriate things in my short time. For other people, for me, though, that wasn't the line. The line is firmly drawn at taking advantage of someone who cannot do something, who is in a less fortunate position than yourself. Yes. That's where the line is. If you're asking me where's your line, Shauna, that's where.
Yeah, I agree. And you're a comedian too.
I am, yeah. I mean, that's the point of comedy, is to call out bullshit of people who have power above you, or you know, also just
social commentary.
Yeah, not that every joke needs to affect social change. But
you have to have a dick joke in there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, that's the only change I like to see in my bar. Wink. Okay. And
see.
Sorry.
Too far. That was the line again.
And he crossed that line.
Then you're not gonna like my Facebook. Nothing but changing. Okay.
Final thoughts.
Oh, final thoughts is it sucks to have your stupid choices recorded for the world to judge. It's up to the parents and their social peer group. Like I think you said, like I think you should judge your friends if they do something stupid. In fact, I would judge them by never ever communicating with somebody who did something that terrible.
I mean, I tell them why I'm not talking to them. It's not like I'm just gonna defriend you.
But people's actions are honest. People's actions are honest, so they're really saying who they are with those pictures.
I agree, but I do think that you brought up really quickly a really valid point earlier that allowed me to kind of look at the other side of the coin, because I was really offended when I first saw this. But you're right. If you're a really young person doing this, it doesn't make it okay, but maybe they think it's at that moment, they're not thinking about the consequences. If you're 13 years old and they do it because they think it's funny or fun, again, it's not okay.
Maybe,
but that hopefully will give them the opportunity to, I hope, their mom or a friend to pull them aside and be like, hey, Lauren, you know, that's not cool. Like homeless people are suffering from A, B, C, D, and E. I'm just saying, if it's a really young person, I don't think we should judge so harshly. If it's someone in their 20s, defriend.
I agree with that.
There is evidence, exactly as you've talked about, in terms of the development of the adolescent brain. That's why it's referred to as an adolescent, not an adult, even though physically you pretty much had all the changes that you're going to have. However, whatever the case may be, rewind 10 years ago when I was a teenager, I still wasn't doing this shit. There's no picture evidence, not because I didn't have a camera, but because I never did this shit. You still an asshole.
I agree. Yeah.
Deal with that. Yeah. You a shitty person. Die in a fire.
Shut up.
Wow. I'm sorry. You are.
Okay, so you guys, let us know your thoughts on the taking a selfie with a homeless person Tumblr. Do you guys have any experience of this? Did any of you do it? Do you guys know anybody that have done it? Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you all next time on Pop Trigger.